Hey y'all, so I want to come in here and talk to y'all really quick about doubting God, and it's something that's personal to me, and I'm gonna give you examples, and it's something that I've been tussling with. Listen, when God tells you something, He places something on your heart, He confirms something to you in the spiritual realm, and He tells you, hey, this is going to happen, this is going to come to pass, and so forth. Don't doubt it. Yes, naturally we'll doubt it. And Grant, let me pause for a second. I'm talking about your heart's desires, things that you want for, things that are positive, wholesome, and beautiful, things that are praiseworthy, things that are honorable in His sight, right? You know, God wants for us to have certain things in life, and if you pray about certain things, or He knows the desires of your heart, and they're in alignment with His word, He will give you that. That's why they say, seek first the kingdom and His righteousness, and all will be added unto you, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that means there's going to be a heart change. When He's going to give you the desires of your heart, it's not going to be with that sinful heart that you have now. It's going to be with the new remolded heart. See, when you seek Him, right, and you seek the things of Him, you naturally start to desire and want for those things, right? Those things that bring peace, restoration, spiritual elevation, those things that draw you closer to God and not further away, things that make you feel at peace in your soul and your spirit with Him, where you can lay your head down at night and be proud of, things you be grateful for, right? So He's going to remold you to desire the things that He wants for your life, so you'll no longer want the desires of your heart back then before you gave your life to Him. So understand that, right? So when God comes to you and He talks to you and He tells you something, and He's trying to show you things, right? I like to think that I have that touch with God. Like sometimes I feel like I'm psychic, but I don't give over into that, because then that's a me thing. I believe it's just the spiritual discernment, and it's Him dropping things down in on my spirit, and Him reminding me of certain things, and Him just communicating with me. And one thing that God has communicated on me a lot, in a way where He has communicated a lot, in which I've been trying to learn, He communicates to me through numbers, and He has for the past several years, like 4 or 5 years. He communicates to me through numbers. And I'm not talking about that new age stuff, angel number stuff. I'm not talking about none of that stuff. But like in a biblical reference. So for example, I'll say triple digits all the time. So it might be ones, twos, threes, fours, fives, sixes, that's the devil. Sevens, that's God's number, right? Eights, right? I see it all the time, whether it's triple or quadruple of the same number, right? All threes, all ones, all fours, whatever, all twos. Like, I see it all the time, and I'm always like, God, like, what are you trying to say to me? Like, I know you're trying to say something to me. And I've shared stuff about this before, through social media, like pictures and screenshots of where I'm seeing like triple digits all the time. Like, I remember one time I would see it all the time on my fitness watch. All the time I would see it. And it would get to the point where I would just joke and be like, all right, I'm about to end my workout and then look at all my numbers. And I'm not about to see no ones, okay? I'm not going to see no ones, all right? And sure enough, I saw a whole bunch of ones. Soon as I checked the numbers, and I just walked away. I just started laughing and walked away. And it was so crazy. I'm like, see, like, it's just crazy how they come to me. And it's always situations like that all the time. And it'll be back to back to back to back. Like, it's insane. I'm like, God, what are you saying? Like, I'm really trying to listen. I really want to know. So I'll try to look up, like, information in a biblical context. And you find different stuff here and there. Now I'm out here asking AI. And it's been giving me some very valuable information that is biblical in its sound. And one thing that was brought up to me was the fact that to pay attention to what I'm thinking about when I see these triples, when I see them. So I have a reference sheet that I go to, in a website that I go to go back to these numbers and to see, okay, what is it saying with these, right? So I've been keeping that in mind, like, okay, when I see these numbers, what was on my mind prior to me seeing those numbers, right? And I'm not going to share too much, because then I'd be telling you something very personal, something very private to me, as between me and God. But He's been trying to So I'm not gonna say so much. All right, I can't really speak on how I want to speak on to make you really grasp, like, oh my goodness, like God is really talking to you, because then I'd have to tell you too much, right, in order for you to get that and to grasp that and to see, like, whoa, like He's really talking to you. But there's been things that I've doubted, and man, that's what I want this video to be about. Do not doubt what God has told you, what Yah has placed on your heart, and what He says He has for you. It could be a broad spectrum. It could be something very narrow and very specific. If He's told you something, and He said, this is what I have for you, and it will come to pass. Naturally, yes, we might doubt, or especially if as time trickles on, time goes on, you're like, well, where is it? You keep telling me, but where is it? Like, with me personally, I've had several situations happen to me where I see something and things look a certain way, and this is the message I want to bring too. Don't always believe what you think you perceive something to be, all right? Don't always believe or what you perceive something to be, because as we know, perception is everything, right? But sometimes perception is wrong. You could look at a situation, physically see a situation with your eyes, and you could think, oh, this is happening. But it could be something completely different. Yes, you are beholding something with your eyes, but because you aren't right there in it, you don't exactly know what's going on, what's being said, nothing, right? What's happening. You're just from the outside looking in and saying, from over here, this is what it looks like. But what it looks like could be completely wrong. And it might be a way for the enemy, the devil, to sow some doubt in you, to sprinkle some doubt and have you questioning, like, see, now what God told you isn't true. It's not going to happen. He lied to you. Nope, He wasn't talking to you. Nope, that's not what you're going to get. No, He doesn't have these great, amazing things in store for you. He wants you to doubt, right? So when that happens, think back on what God has told you. So again, just because something looks a certain way, don't be quick to run with it, especially when it comes from a place of fear. Is it a fearful thought? Is it something that the very last thing you would want to happen with the situation? Because sometimes fear, we could look at a situation, and whatever our greatest fear is in reference to that situation, we will believe that in the moment, because we will think this certain perception is this. But you're only seeing it from one perspective. You're not seeing it from another perspective. Well, maybe it's actually this and this, but it looks like this. But see it from this angle too, right? So again, let's come back to the whole. Once He tells you something, He makes it clear to you. He's been showing you something. He's already confirmed something to you. Because He will confirm to you in some way, shape, or form. Just if you're truly not doubting because you don't believe Him, but because you want to make sure that's actually Him and not the enemy talking to you, right? So again, go back to what I was saying, where I now remember that when I see these triples, okay, what's on my mind? One, what was on my mind when I saw these numbers, right? And then go back to the reference sheet, and what is it telling me about those numbers and what I was thinking about in reference to those numbers. And again, if I could tell you, I'd be telling you too much, but if I could tell you, I'd cry, and I'd cry tears of joy, and I would just laugh, because it's like God plays with me, but in a good way. He be playing with me. He be like, okay, I see you over there tripping or doubting again. I see you over there getting stirred up with fear. Hold on, let me remind you. And He'll throw things at me. And I just had that recently. Was it last night? Yes, it was last night. I'll say the other night. No, it was last night. I was riding behind a car that ended up having the digits 666. And of course, we know that's the devil's numbers, right? The devil's numbers. And I was doubting this particular situation that I just told you about, but didn't tell you about. I was doubting it, like, I don't know, God, because this looked like this, and if this is what this is, then no thank you, like, this ain't it then. Like, I know this ain't it. And I was doubting what He has already confirmed to me on numerous occasions, that don't fear, what I told you is what I told you. I really told you what I told you, and my word will not return void. Whether we talking about scripture or what I personally told you, it's not going to return void. So I was like, okay. So, and this happens several times, and He brings me right back. So in the moment, I was thinking about the situation, I was doubting. So when I saw this 666, I knew right there, instantly, I knew that, dropped it on my spirit. The devil wants me to doubt right now. That's who's speaking to you right now. The devil wants me to doubt. And I was like, okay. All right, I see that. Okay, nah, I'm not going to doubt. Okay, check, God. Got it. Literally, I knew in that moment, because He continues to do this with me, right? And then guess what? the very next car over, right? Because there's only 2 cars in front of me. There's the person directly in front of me with the 666 in their tag, and then there's a car to the right of them. I look over and guess what I see? After having this thought and saying, oh, that's the enemy, that's his numbers, and this, I was just doubting, having a moment of doubt, and then I was thinking, what if I read it wrong, and then I saw 666, and then it dropped in on my spirit that, okay, no, it's the devil here. He is trying to make me doubt again. He's trying to make me doubt God's promises. Let me bounce back to that, because I've been here a couple times. I played with the doubt a couple times because it keeps coming, right? But then when I looked over at the next car, guess what they had on their tag? 777. 777's God's number. I was like, what? I just started laughing and like crying a little bit. Tears of joy, of course. I'm like, see, God, look how you do. You always remind me how good you are, how faithful, how loyal. Like, I can never doubt you. And if I doubt you, I gotta question myself, why am I doubting you when you've never left me? You've never led me astray. You've never made me think, oh wow, you told me this, but look what happened. You've never done that, because I've only been strengthened in my walk. And this particular situation is a very profound and a life-changing situation. And he just showed me it's all good. Guess what? Because I'm still here and my promises still stand. And I still said what I said, and I still have for you what I have for you. So fret not, don't doubt, and have faith. And like, continue to keep the faith alive. So, y'all, I'm at my destination, so I'm gonna get up off here. But again, moral of the story is, when God tells you something, especially when he's already confirmed to you that it is indeed true and this is what he has for you, no matter what it looks like on the outside, do not doubt. Do not doubt. No matter what it looks like, do not doubt him, and remember what he has for you, because what God has for you is for you, and can nothing or no one take that away from you. All right, thank you for